Yeah, finishing up the warbles, hopefully finishing up, yeah. So anyway, I guess I don't know what part I left off on, but we'll just start here at about 9 minutes. And so he's rambling on about some video he makes. He always calls them movies. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, so talking about the, I guess he's making the point that somehow he didn't reference derived energy when he talked about Indonesia's corruption and their laws and their all this other crap, and somehow it wouldn't be connected to all these other videos, and of course it would be. And I don't know exactly his point. My videos are titled Indonesia Sucks. Derived Energy's name isn't in the videos or in the description. I do talk about him, usually, mostly, I'd say half the videos anyway. But the point is Indonesia sucks because I talk about its policies. So, yeah, whatever. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, you're making the point for me. Again, if we have diplomatic relations with a country that persecutes prisoners based on what people in the outside world say, then they don't have a justice system adequate to deserve functional interaction. We shouldn't allow our citizens into their country if they're going to be subject to persecution because somebody calls them a nasty word. I don't think we should. I'm not allowed to say that. I don't think we should have diplomatic relations with a country whose justice system is that broken. I'm not allowed to say that. I have to wait 12 years to say that? Like when he's out of prison, then I can say it? Oh, that's right, they'll still have somebody else in prison then, won't they? So I'll never be able to say it, ever. Yeah, sorry, it doesn't make any sense. No, I'm going to say it now. And I'm going to say it, yeah, loud, as I can. You stupid fuck. Because I know how change happens. I saw change happen in my life.
Mention the details of his case because I didn't want to go bing on the Indonesian cyber spook who fucking hates our government radar.
Oh yeah, right. So so the title of your video was probably something about Indonesian law, but regardless, it doesn't matter. Like somehow you don't think they can follow the connected videos like anybody else follows connected videos. Did you post the video as a reply to somebody's video? Did you?
I had a concern for the health and safety and well-being
and
security of my subscriber.
You're a liar.
And why am I doing this? It's because Kirk subscribed to me. I didn't know his name was Kirk, he was D. And he was a very eloquent epholist who was polite enough not to hit me with ad homs after the first one or two. I deflected by admitting, literal truth of some of them. Okay, yes, I'm old.
Yeah, and dottery and stupid and fucktarded and yeah, I don't know what else he called you, but yeah. Regardless, whatever, this is sort of irrelevant. Yeah, I think it's irrelevant. Pretty much.
Tell me somebody who controlled their own date of birth.
This is just so charming, really. It's charming. Suck your little nipple.
I fucking didn't. I'm an Australian by accident. I know people who chose to come.
Right. People who chose and people who didn't accidents. People who cares, again. So I can just use this argument again that he's in prison because he made a mistake. He had an accident. He wet his pants, and they put him in prison for it. It's stupid. People should say it's stupid.
I'm here, migrants, But nobody chooses their date of birth. Yes, I'm old. So yeah, eventually, after a bit of spatting in the early days, our comment thread interactions became more or less friendly. And when I heard he was planning on going to Indonesia, I'm sure I remember warning him that their laws are very harsh, be careful.
Oh, I'm sure you remember doing that. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah.
He travelled to all sorts of places. I thought he knew what he was talking about when he said yes. it's okay, it's all under control. Well, obviously it wasn't under control.
Well, you don't even know that, do you? We don't know what happened to him. We have no idea, because the whole thing could be a monstrous setup. We have no idea. Nobody in the outside world has communicated with him, as far as we know, yet.
He only thought he knew what he was talking about, you know? He's like the bloke who thought he farted. The fella who thought he strapped his parachute on when he jumped out of the aeroplane, he pulls his ripcord and watches his camping gear go cascading into the sky while he falls to the ground and goes...
Yeah, well, there's not much you can do about those accidents, but there's something we can do about this one, can't we? Yeah, but it's not really an accident. It's not really anything. It's nothing but a petty bunch of tyrants attempting to terrorize people, and you want to negotiate with them. And I'm saying, fuck the terrorists.
A splat. Kirk thought he knew what he was doing when he went to Indonesia.
Yeah, you just all this big talk like you know something about this. You don't know shit about this, you fucking asshole. You're a convicted criminal in your country, right?
That was his problem. He went to Indonesia to live in among the Indonesians and teach them English. Well, you know, they don't really like imperialists. And most of the mid-30s white men who go to speak English living in Indonesia, they're Australian and New Zealand sex tourists, mate. So wherever he went, the neighbours would have been looking at him real hard. You know, like I said, the mistake was going to Indonesia. If he was going to go to Indonesia and put himself under scrutiny by being an English-speaking white man in his 30s living in the suburbs, if he was then going to go and smoke pot...
Yeah, it's a big, you know, Jakarta, I saw a picture of it, okay? It's a big city, all right? I'm really sure that people have lives there. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they live lives. They have all kinds of living stuff going on. And so I think all this little bullshit about, oh, look, it's a foreigner. I don't think people in Jakarta are doing that. Oh, look, it's a foreigner. Let's set him up. Yeah, I don't think so.
Where his neighbours were already looking at him. Okay, that's dumb. That's really, really, really dumb. I'm sorry that he did a dumb thing, but he did a dumb thing and he stuck with it.
Well, he's stuck with it because assholes like you don't want to do anything about it. Exactly. He's stuck with it because you're all a bunch of goddamn sycophants to a bunch of cultural idiocy. You're going to sit there and applaud the Muslims and the idiots and the morons and the fucktards, the terrorists. You're going to just sit there and applaud terrorists. Well, bravo, you got us. You captured one of our people and you're torturing him. Bravo, good for you. No, I'm going to say, fuck you, bad on you.
But the last thing he needs is for the Indonesian judicial system to take official notice of the fact that he's an atheist.
Right, and then he might get the 12 years that the 3 other British citizens got, right? Yeah, oh yeah, it's going to make a huge difference. We already know he's fucked because these people are bigots and assholes and jackasses and morons. That's why he's fucked. And none of you fuckers want to stop them from persecuting him.
They've gone out there and interviewed people at his school where he worked. And
they have all these resources to do all this shit, yet they can't build enough prisons for the prisoners they already have. So they don't even have resources to take care of the prisoners they already have in their system. They give people these preposterous sentences that, you know, so they have no room for prisoners. I mean, you can't give people 10-year sentences for smoking marijuana joints. If America did what Indonesia does to its prisoners, if we had the same kind of policy, we'd have 50 million people in prison.
Well, we done that to see if he was selling them pot or buying pot off them. But if they've gone out there and interviewed them about atheism on the...
I think they were quite confident who he was before they arrested him. I mean, that's the whole point, right? If you're only going to arrest a tiny percentage of the violators of a crime, then you're going to be kind of choosy about who you rest. I think that's just quite the fuck obvious that that's what goes on in Indonesia. There's nothing honest about their enforcement system. It's completely corrupt and dishonest. He was chosen for persecution. It didn't happen after the fact. It happened before the fact. Probably.
Information of the cyber spooks. If he has mentioned atheism, ephilism, or antinatalism to anybody at the school, be it student or staff member, and
right. Well, if all this has happened, then that just proves the point that Indonesia isn't worth fucking wiping our dog dew off our shoe on. Indonesia isn't even a cunt rag. Indonesia is a piece of absolute fucking shit, if that's the truth, you dumb fuck. And that just validates my point further, that we shouldn't allow people to go there, you dumb ass.
Are prepared to testify, then it's effectively what Gary has achieved by his Indonesia Sucks campaign will be like...
Yeah, whatever. You can't prove any of this. It's just all just your fucking goddamn effort to silence people, to shut them up, to shut them down, okay, by attempting to impose some sort of guilt. Well, fuck you. Alright, you're not going to guilt me out of doing the right thing, which is to fight. So fuck you, you pansy ass, and I hope you get what you deserve. I hope you get fucked by the system and no one gives a fuck about you.
Having one of his friends swimming in a sea of sharks and chartering a helicopter to go over and drop buckets of fish guts around him.
Right. So it's just not possible that Indonesian society or the control freaks wouldn't see people making noise, people getting upset like they did in India, and say, wait, we better fix this because we look like assholes. Complete motherfucking assholes. Okay, this is going to be bad for tourism, it's going to be bad for business. People are going to say, why the fuck would we even mess with these people if they're going to be this fucking insane? And none of this is going to make us look good. And that's what we could have had here. We could have had a nice loud voice that said, this is too fucktarded, too stupid, you're going to pay a price for it. But instead, wimpy asses like you, licking their fucking goddamn Islamabad nutty fucking goddamn anuses, okay, are doing exactly the opposite. You're paying the terrorists off. Bravo, asshole. You've captured the next victim. So, unlike me, who's liberating people from being imprisoned, I'm making the noise. I'm the one saying Indonesia sucks. I'm letting people know it sucks. Look at this guy. They threw him in jail for 2 joints. Don't go to Indonesia. Indonesia sucks. Don't buy from Indonesia. Don't feed Indonesia. Starve Indonesia. Don't allow it to have anybody to persecute. Don't let anybody be a victim. So I might be preventing victims. I might just save some guy from spending 12 years in Indonesian prison. That's the fact of it, ass wipe.
To attract more sharks and make sure he gets chewed up. Worse.
Yeah, well, I think I'm just poisoning the sharks right the fuck now, right? I'm starving the sharks right the fuck now. With every word I say against Indonesia. Indonesia sucks. Don't go to Indonesia. Don't even think about going to Indonesia. By going to Indonesia, by talking to Indonesia, by doing business with Indonesia, you're feeding their prison system. You're feeding their witch-burning crazy psychology. Starve that psychology. Give it nothing. Feed it nothing. Shut it down. Make it eat grass.
That's what Gary's done to my subscriber. Thrown him to the sharks with buckets of fish guts by drawing attention to the fact that the Indonesians don't...
Oh, yeah, so again, you're just going to prove to me again that it's too corrupt a system for anybody to tolerate. So thank you for making my argument for me. And I'll make the argument to you. Show me who made the Indonesia Sucks video that got the atheists in their own country thrown in jail for 3 years? Who made the the Indonesia Sucks videos that got the other British citizens 12 years? Who? Who did that? Oh, that's right, nobody. So your theory is a pile of shit.
Just have a stupid English teacher who was smoking pot in their country, because that's how they look at him. They think anybody who breaks their laws is stupid.
Well, that's just a pile of shit, because everybody's breaking their law every fucking goddamn day, and you goddamn know it. So this isn't about breaking the law, this is about how they enforce the law. Right? We know the law is broken all over the goddamn place. We've already had testimony from fucking DoNotGod saying you can get this shit ready to drink coffee and they'll put pot in your coffee. Don't tell me this. Don't feed me this shit, asshole. That they have some kind of, that these people have some sincere give a fuck about the law. They don't give a fuck about the law.
Right? Recalcitrant. Disobedient. They educate with the cane over there.
No, they educate with terrorism over there. That's the whole fucking point, you stupid cunt. They cut your head off or they cut your arms off because they want to scare everybody. It's called terrorism. That's their mode of operation. We won't impose justice. We will terrorize you into obedience. That's their philosophy, you stupid fuck. They are fucking goddamn book, dictionary definition, terrorists. That's all they think about is how to scare people into compliance. They won't persuade them, they won't convince them, they won't carrot on a stick them. They will try to drive them with fear. That's all they're about. They're egomaniacal, crazy, psychotic, fucking insane bastards. And you fucking pussies ought to have the balls to stand up to it. But you don't, because you are ballless.
If they decide to see him as a atheist proselytizer behind Islamic lines, subverting the minds of their youth, then he's going to go into court next week, and I assume he is going to go into court next week because by the 18th that'll be 90 days since they arrested him, I think.
I think it's the 16th or the 15th, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. Yes, I think that's probably the way it's going down, and he's probably not had any time to prepare a case or any communication with a lawyer, so this is more reason to say, why would I, in a civilized country, say it's okay for American citizens to be treated like that? He's British, but the same argument holds true. Why? Why would I say that's okay? Of course I'd say that's not okay. Alright? We don't allow our people who go to some other country to work to be fucking persecuted by insane lunatics, by fucking terrorists.
If he goes into court and finds that he's got religious charges to deal with as well as just pot smoking charges to deal with, then in my opinion that is the direct consequence of the Indonesia Sucks campaign.
Oh, well, amazing. You just pointed out how all they have to do is ask a couple of questions. What was your job? Oh, you're an English teacher. What's your faith? Right? They're going to ask him that. Right? I mean, this is a country where you have to have an ID card announcing it. Maybe he already has a card saying atheist. Foreign atheist. Maybe he already has that card in his pocket. So maybe he's already fucked. But I mean, really, they're not going to have to look at my videos to find his own videos online, asshole. I mean, his own videos that now have his own name on them because YouTube put his own name on the videos for whatever fucking dumb cunt reason.
So, yeah, I really fucking hope Gary's mad, because if he's got extra harsh treatment for Kirk in order to aggrandize himself with the Indonesia Sucks campaign...
Whatever. I just hope, like I said, I hope something shitty happens to you just so I can say, man, did you ever deserve it? Fuck you.
Then that's bad, right? And why would he do such a thing? Well, the only rational reason for anybody, even a power-crazy, psychotic megalomaniac, on a ballistic trip, the only reason for them to want to do that would be
to create change. That's right, that's how you change things. You got to do something. You can't just sit on your ass smoking your peep and expect things to change. That doesn't change anything, shithead. It doesn't. You have to fight for it. You have to risk for it. You have to put something on the line for it. All of that crap. Fuck you.
The way you spell dead activist is M-A-R-T-Y-R. It's why the rednecks don't shoot me in the headlights while I'm opening the gate. At the moment, I'm...
Yeah, if they do, I think you overestimate how much people are going to give a fuck. Because guess what? People really don't give a fuck. So they're just going to say one dead crazy fuck on the side of the road. Who cares?
Loudmouth, tree-hugging poet living on an endangered species sanctuary feeding the kangaroos. If they fucking assassinate me, all of a sudden I've got a huge following.
Yeah, I don't think so. Following for what? Living in a fucking, what? A shed. Not even, yeah, it's a shed, right? Yeah, you're living in a shed. Like a Walmart shed. And somebody's going to follow that?
Gary's either mad, or he's bad, or he's fucking viciously megalomaniacal enough to feed his friend to the sharks in the hope of acquiring.
Yeah, whatever. I just don't see how you do anything like something helpful for him by placating the forces that are wanting to terrorize us. So you're just saying, okay, I'll give them a knife to hold at his neck, and that's all you're doing. And besides that, you're just helping them respring the trap for the next victim. And I'm disabling, in my opinion, both. That's my effort. So fuck you. Fuck you.
An atheist, antinatalist, ethylist martyr who's died in jail for being an atheist.
Well, I just don't see that happening, okay? I'm going to say that I'm probably going to be dead before he is. Yeah, if this stays, this is not acceptable. I'm not going to spend the next 12 years with him in prison doing nothing. That's just not going to happen. It just isn't.
So what's it to be? Is Gary bad? Is he mad? Or is he fucking Hitlerian?
What he is he's sick of you fucking nitpicking, naysaying, weaselly little weak cunts. Alright? You can't make shit for an argument. You just make a fucking ad hominem personal attack and based on some idiotic notion that because you know it all, somehow you have proof. Show me the proof. Show me the proof where this kind of activity created the result that you claim it will. Show me the evidence where it doesn't work. That putting screws to the fucking terrorists doesn't work. Fuck you.
Right, because I am fucked if I know. I honestly can't tell you the answer to that. But those appear to be the options. Bad, mad, or violently fucking Hitlerian.
Whatever. Drunk. Smelly, cunt, drunk, Australian turd, shit, fucking bird, scuzzy, bacteria.
Gary won't have the guts to go to Indonesia.
Why the fuck would I go to Indonesia? If I went to Indonesia, I would be likely to have a tremendous impulse to fucking yeah. I mean, not to do good things. Okay. I have already personally declared war against Indonesia. Okay, I don't think Indonesia deserves. It's lower than bugs. Bugs aren't cruel and malicious and petty. Okay, Indonesia is cruel, malicious, and petty. It's a terrorist fucking state. Fuck Indonesia. I'm not going there without a nice big tank.
Forever Wolf Films. You say you've never had a friend in jail before. That means you're a clean skin. Nothing because you can get a shiny American top-grade passport. Skid Row Radio, you've got great bureaucratic skills.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so they should go to Indonesia and somehow suck Islamic dick. And that's, to you, the brilliant strategy. Yeah, I don't think so.
And a nice touch of alarm. So how about you organise the money to support DE, because he's going to need the support no matter what happens next week?
Yeah, well, frankly, I think the money would be better spent making Indonesia suck signs. And maybe we could buy a billboard in Times Square. Maybe that little flashy thing in Times Square, you know, we could pay 10 grand and get it to say, Indonesia sucks ass.
And if not Forever Wolf Films, draw straws among yourselves in the ephalist antinatalist community and find somebody who's prepared to go over there and spend a week sorting things out.
Yeah, right. Sorting them out how exactly? How are they going to sort it out? Well, what are they going to sort out, fuckhead?
I can't do it because I've got 5 convictions for indictable offences, and I don't...
Yeah, I think it's all a pile of crap. Okay, I don't think you'd do it even if you didn't have your little 5 offences and all this other bullshit. And certainly if you showed up as part of my rescue mission for me, yeah, well, fuck you. You'd need rescuing.
I think my government would give me a passport, and I'm not fucking leaving Australia if I can't get back in, so... Sorry, Derived Energy, I don't care that much about you. But I do care enough about my subscriber to keep sticking reality in the face of his erstwhile friends who say they want to help, and at the moment...
Prove it, asshole. Just prove it. Show me the cases. Show me some evidence where an Indonesia sucks video got somebody more jail time. Show me the example where a protest, like in India, somehow got the rapist off. That the government protested the protesters by liberating the rapists.
Are achieving nothing but, taking away the commercially manufactured plastic dildo and replacing it with, 6 pieces of barbed wire inserted through polypipe. Warbles on a lot to YouTube. Ciao.
Yeah, lying cunt. Loser piece of shit fuckwit. God, you just suck. You fucking suck. I just gotta make a suck list. And this suck has to be told. And I'll do daily, these fuckers suck. Yeah, the suck of YouTube. Ugh. Fuck. Piece of garbage. Yeah, thanks, Adam. Yeah, Adam was the guy who got me to tolerate warbles. It should have gone with my initial instinct, which was, this guy is a complete asshole. Yeah, he just doesn't have there's nothing redeeming about him. Nothing. So we're done with him.